A mixed number can be divided by a mixed number using a visual model. 1½ divided by 2 2/3. First, find the least common denominator, which is 6. If every 6 lines represents a whole, then how many lines should we draw to make sure both mixed numbers fit? Well, 18, because 1½ would be, so every 6 numbers is a whole, so 1½ would be 1 and a half would be 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So this would be 1½ and in red we have 2 2/3, so that would be 2, which is 1 to 6, and then 6 to 12, and 2/3 of 6 would be 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you draw 18 lines, that's actually 3, because if 6 lines represents a whole, you would have a set of 6, and then another set of 6, and then one final set of 6. So this would be 3 wholes, and it would fit both of our numbers. Since our LCD is 6, every 6 lines is considered a whole. 1½ is equivalent to 9 sections on the number line. So 1½ would be 6 out of 6 plus 1, 2, 3 out of 6. So that's that equivalent is here. 2 2/3 is equivalent to 16 sections on the number line. So we have 6 out of 6, and then we have another 6 out of 6, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 left here at the end. So 1½ divided by 2 2/3 equals 9 divided by 16, because 9 sections divided by 16 sections. What if the problem were written as 2 2/3 divided by 1 1/2? Well, first we map out 2 2/3, which we still are using the lowest common denominator of 6, so we have 1 section of 6, 2 sections of 6, and then 4 out of 6 here at the end. Then on the bottom we write 1½ How many times does 1½ divide into 2 2/3? So we have 1½ here taking up 9 portions, 9 out of 9. Then we draw it again, but we see that we stop here at the 16 mark, which means that we have 7 out of 9 in this portion. Therefore, you have 9 out of 9 plus 7 out of 9 gives you 1 and 7 over 9. Here's the dividing mixed numbers algorithm. Step 1. Rewrite the mixed numbers as improper fractions. You rewrite the whole numbers as being over 1. Step 2. Follow the same steps for dividing fractions. So 6 divided by 1½ would become 6 over 1 divided by 3/2. So we've turned this mixed number into an improper fraction. Then we keep, change, flip, and then solve. Evaluate 1 2/3 divided by 3 1/2. All right, so we have our problem here. Then we change these mixed numbers into improper fractions. Then we keep, change, flip, and then multiply through.